Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Diamond in the Rough, where one of the most creative Terran players experiments with all of the strategies which everyone says are bad and just don't work. That's right, this is Storm Gaming's Ruff in the top left side of the map. Ever creative, ever experimental, and I know he's been experimenting a fair bit in this matchup recently. Whilst there are a lot of set pieces that do return, his Terran versus Zerg has been very interesting, and I love this name down here at the bottom right. We've got representing clan X-Alien, it's Simp Hunter. Now, I'm pretty sure Raynor has an account called Simp Hunter. Obviously, this would not be Raynor. Raynor's Simp Hunter account that he kind of trolls around on, I believe, is like 6.8k MMR. Ruff's a very good player. He's a Grandmaster or Masters 1 player, depending on how he's doing on the ladder. But that's a fair way from us average Joe streamers and content creators up to the world champion caliber players. Nonetheless, I'm really curious to see what Ruff's been experimenting with, because I know he's been trying out a few different things, going this way and that. And I also think it's interesting because I feel like Zergs on the North American ladder just play weird these days. They just play such weird StarCraft. Already, you can see this Zerg has taken a ridiculously fast gas geyser. Like, this is going to be super damn early. So this is a gas pool opening with no expansion from Simp Hunter. And I'm like, what is this a speedling rush? I think this must be some version of a speedling rush, but without a hatchery to give extra lava. I'm like, what? What are you doing? The crazy thing is, right, so there's a lot of established like logic about what's good and what's bad. What I've noticed in my Zerg vs Zerg, Terran vs Zerg, Protoss vs Zerg, doesn't matter what matchup I'm playing. If I'm playing a Zerg, I am utterly confused by players on the North American ladder, and yet they're still really good. That's part of the weird thing, as the drone does hunt down the cleaning bot, doesn't want it to block the base, and does put this hatchery down incredibly late. That's a 22 supply hatchery right there. And has now got a queen out. He's going to start injecting and has a super fast ling speed. That's going to finish about the 3-minute mark. Overlord, meanwhile, on the high ground, does get pushed back by Ruff. Okay, so Ruff's got to watch out because he does not like to scout very much. He's got 2 Marines down here, and I think what he wants to do is lift the command center up to spot and kill this Overlord. Problem, there's 4 Zerglings coming, and as good as Marines are, 4 Zerglings will absolutely destroy 2 Zerglings, even without Zergling speed. Simp Hunter on the other side has moved a queen down to the natural, and it looks like he's just ready to expand on up from there and start to macro forwards. These Zerglings, waiting for Zergling speed right now. Those Marines are still down there. If the Zerg wants to save this Overlord, he's got to go right now. And he's going to go for it. The Marines are wedged in the corner. And you know what? The Zerglings take a little while to start attacking the Marines. Only getting a single kill, though. Oh, the command center finishes, though. Okay, so the worst thing that happens here is the command center doesn't finish, and then you're supply blocked, and everything's really bad. But as it is, you lose 2 Marines. You maybe lose an SCV or 2. Good micro so far by Ruff. Ring around the command center, pocket full of Zergling. And, oh, the SCVs actually turn around and fight it. Oh, no. Oh, but then the Zergling one-taps both of them. Almost super sick, perfect defense does get shut down at the end of it. Meanwhile, on the other side, Simp Hunter here is droning on up, adding lots of queens. And Ruff going for a second factory. Wait a second. That's not a Ghost Academy. That's not a Starport. Oh my god, what is this? Ruff is actually going to experiment. Wow, he's actually going to go 2 factory. Now, Hellbat Tank is super old school push he used to do. And, I mean, I've seen him do it a little bit recently with Hellions as well. But I haven't really seen him do it without, like, without a bunch of Marines backing up. I always feel like when he's done that, he's tried to bunker push with the Hellbat Tank and actually bring like a whole bunch of Marines. Ooh, goes for a Hellion dive, but these Zerglings get a pretty good angle on them. A lot of the Zerglings heavily damaged, but more than enough to take out these Hellions. It's a very bad trade for Ruff. 4 Hellion dive gets nothing but Zerglings. The only saving grace is the fact that the Zerg Simp Hunter did build a lot of queens and Zerglings. Hasn't droned up maybe quite as hard as he could have, so yeah. Maybe it's all right. Depots are not raised right now, so he's got to watch out in case these lings flood in. Blue Flame is on the way. Cyclone, Hellion, Blue Flame. Okay, what the hell? Cyclones are a very unruff unit. He'll use them only in really particular early game situations where he might open up with 1 or 2 Cyclones. But seeing him go Hellion Cyclone, I mean, this is classic battle mech. Cyclones lock on, kill roaches, queens from far away, and they can always lock on and then shoot while they move, right? They run backwards and never let the opponent hit them. Blue Flame Hellions, awesome for killing Zerglings. The weakness of this style is the fact that the Cyclones come out so slowly and they're so fragile for their cost. So now that your opponent knows what you're up to, Roachhorn immediately goes down. Simpunter knows what to do to respond to this. Simpunter wanted to go super fast upgrades, but I think he's going to need to put that idea aside because up against Hellions coming in, you're going to need more defense more than anything, and only 4 Queens out right now and 5 Zerglings. If these Hellions come across the map, Simpunter's going to be in trouble. Blue Flame is going to be done in about 15 seconds. The Zerglings poke the ramp. Good reactions by Simpunter to not just headbutt in. And the classic 3rd and 4th gas before 3rd command center. Every Terran out there says, you got to take your 3rd command center before taking your natural gases, because otherwise you don't have a solid economy. Ruff says, hold my beer and let me show you how tech units work, mate. A whole bunch of Hellions, 2 Cyclones are going to run in towards this natural. We've got Queens on the north, only 1 Queen there on the natural. We've got Roaches building yet. The first 3 Roaches starting, but it's mostly Zerglings in production. I'll tell you what, guys, you do not want Zerglings first. Blue Flame Hellions. Normal Hellions are the natural predator of the Zergling. Blue Flame Hellions are some sort of Apex Giga Chad Sigma Lord of Pickup Artistry. Every single Zergling swoons when they see a Blue Flame Hellion. Oh, even the Queens are just getting annihilated. This is so bad. I don't think Ruff's lost a unit in this fight, dude. All these units that died were from his previous fights. He's coming in and just annihilating this. Oh my god, the drones are going to try to run, but that means they stack up for the Hellion splashies. Some of them turn and take the fight. The Hellion Cyclone, he could just leave now. Honestly, Ruff's units are damaged, or he could just go into the 3rd and kill everything. That also works. Why not? Oh my god, Simpunter, what are you doing? Oh no, drones fighting Blue Flame Hellions. Well, I said Zergling swoon. I don't even know what drones do. Apparently, they start complaining. What is this all in, says Simpunter. It's BattleMech. Have you not played against BattleMech before? This was what everybody did for like a year in the meta. This is a very standard thing. Cyclone Hellion trying to fight against the Zerglings. Zerglings do take down one of the Cyclones. The other Cyclone barely gets out of there. Good pullback by Ruff, who... Yeah, okay, he's back to his old tricks, guys. It's experimental battle cruisers into or off the back of, Cyclone Hellion. So is it a full swap? He stopped building Cyclones. He stopped building Hellions for the moment. He's got a 3rd command center on the way. Still hasn't saturated his natural. Blue Flame, question mark. Well, Simpunter is actually redroning pretty well, so could recover. I'd say against mech, there's always chances to recover. But when you're dealing with something like battle cruisers that like really requires a fierce response, you do need to do it. Finally, Ruff is like, all right, this guy seems like he wants to actually chat. And he just says, oh, I don't know, man, I'm just trying something new. See if Blue Flames... Yeah, if you're playing against enough people who are just building Zerglings and Queens, which, let's be real, there is maybe 50% of the Zerg population who's like, Zerg versus Terran. Don't need a Bailey Nest, don't need a Roachhorn, don't need Spine Crawlers. I'm just be a greedy piece of shit and just build Zerglings and Queens. And I'll tell you what, it feels very good to mass Blue Flame Hellions against these sorts of players. Even though the Roachhorn came down in response, the Roaches were just building way too slowly for Simpunter. Oh my god. Okay, the Blue Flame Hellions are going in. Is it round 2 of the barbecue? Anyone call for some barbecue? Yeah, ow, out of the frying pan into the fire, as they say. The Cyclones and the Hellions are just roasting and toasting, and Simpunter not getting, I mean, he just recovered the economy, and then just literally loses everything. Oh man, so it's so funny, because normally someone has to build Roaches and really cut their economy in order to survive the Cyclone Hellion. Simpunter literally straight up just died to the first Hellion Cyclone after scouting what was coming as well with the early Zerglings. Easiest win of all time. Ruff apparently is like, okay, if people are constantly massing Zerglings in the meta, go Blue Flame Hellion. And this reminds me, because it's been a while since I've done this, but I've absolutely got to bring this one out again. When no one's building those safety Roaches or Banelings, this is a sick way to play it. Nice game 1 from Ruff. Let's go into game 2 and see how he switches it up. All right, straight on into the second map, and this time Ruff is spawning in the bottom right of Curious Minds. Same map, but role reversal. Yet again, another Terran versus Zerg, and I wanted to look at a couple of these TvZs to see how he's changing up and experimenting across multiple games, and it seems like he's going to go for the low ground depot that he's a little bit more familiar with this time around. I do like the high ground, honestly, just because there's only one thing that really makes me feel safe as a Terran player, and it is this ramp here. This tight little narrow choke point of doom. I'll tell you, man, there's been a lot of times where on the Terran side, I thought I was dead. I pull back, raise my depots, and I just killed so much Zerg on that ramp. Likewise, there's been a lot of times I thought I was going to win a Zerg, and then I chase a Terran up this ramp, and the Lings, the Roaches, the Ravagers Even though the other guy only has like Hellions and a few Marines, everything just gets roasted in this tight little cramped area where all the Hellion splash hits every unit. Maybe a single siege tank is firing and the splash is hitting 25 different units because they're so clumped up on that ramp. There's just something about going up a tiny ramp like that that is incredibly dangerous. And even this just being double the size, well, double's pretty damn big advantage, isn't it? So it does make a huge difference. We'll see, of course, what Mirzo's got in store for us as well, because I doubt we're going to be seeing that same sort of super fast double upgrade attempted play, and Mirzo with just a complete disregard for the double factory. I'll tell you what, if I see that double factory and I'm not ready, guys, there's a good chance I just abandon my third, because they're not going to kill that with Hellions. Hellions do no damage to a hatchery, and 1 or 2 Cyclones won't kill it either. And I would have probably built Evo Roach Warren as a wall-off and walled off with my queens, just so they have to at least stop and fight the queens to get inside my base, and that's going to give me time to get my Roach Warrens out. Maybe a Spine Crawler at the natural is another option as well. Just put that on the edge. For now, this is a very quick barracks into factory. The trademark Ruff Marine says, how dare you try and get vision. Overlord's trying to get back to this pillar over here. I kind of think it should get there against just 1 Marine, but only barely. I think if there was a second Marine building, maybe, just maybe, it adds enough damage to take this out. You can see the Marines going to the left. I think it actually should have gone to the right. Oh, he didn't micro it as much as he could have. He maybe misses a second of... No, he doesn't. He shoots the whole time. It still doesn't get it. The 10 hit point Overlord, counting its lucky blessings, of course. Its lucky stars, its blessings. Counting its blessings and its lucky stars. Why not? It's a mismatch as always. Whenever I pull out any saying, I swear, it's always a bit of a crissy-cross. Raining on his parade. Shooting on his pooping on his shoot. I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. Never mind. Never mind. Don't use my analogies because they usually are quite nonsensical, and they will get you in trouble if you say them around more polite society. Third hatchery is on the way, down there in the bottom left side. We've got, so double Hellions. Okay, so this does look pretty similar, but with a quicker tech lab barracks. We can see ghosts. Ghosty. Oh, no, okay. Oh, this is interesting, guys. Check it out. So we built 2 Hellions, but now, oh no, the Zerglings! Zerglings coming in! But actually, okay, they're not going to fight the Marines, so they just block the barracks for a moment, which is not too bad. Hellions are going to dive past the Queens. Oh, this is really good, guys! There's no Lings in here! These 2 Hellions, but he clicks on the spawning pool. Oh, a misclick there from Ruff. He was trying to click on that drone. Doesn't quite get it. Does get, okay, that's 2 drones there. Okay, oh my god. Oh, but he accidentally clicks on the Queen as well, or maybe it was an A move. Oh no, Ruff. No Zerglings in the base. He could have circled there and at the very least distracted Mirzo for a lot of time. Definitely could have got more than 2 drones. That being said, it was only 2 Hellions, so not the biggest deal. Now, okay, so guys, this is another 2 factory play, but notice this time he's going back onto the reactor with that one, and he's building a second reactor. So this might be that old school, I'm talking like Heart of the Swarm. When I used to play Ruff, he used to get me so much with this bunker Hellbat tank push, and it was always so surprising because just the amount of meat in the army in front of the siege tanks, even 1 or 2 tanks were so protected, and you'd want to jump on the tanks with Zerglings. They just get killed by the Hellbats. You'd want to make roaches to kill the Hellbats, but then the tanks would be blasting them from behind. It was really awkward. Of course, Ravagers did weaken that style a fair bit. Thankfully for Ruff, though, his opponent's going Bailing Nest. Now, he just started Blue Flame and then cancelled it. And I think that's because this is not as Hellion-focused of a style. We do see an armory go down, so it looks like it will be Hellbats. Okay, so Hellbat tank push coming out. I think 3 tanks. Because this reactor's so late, he's got to wait a little bit before he goes. I think if he queues up a 3rd tank right now and then just builds lots of Hellions and Marines, this will be a really fearsome push. But he's already unsieging and moving out. It's a very surprising timing. He's going to bring 3 SCVs, 3 SCVs there for repair, maybe to do some other stuff as well. The Zergling will see what's going on, so he knows what's up. But oh my god, the Zerg almost supply blocked. Does have Overlords in production, but only had enough lava to build 10 Zerglings. He's going to have to defend with Lingbane Queen. So the trick here for the Zerg is you want the Banelings to hit the Hellbats and the Marines. You want the Zerglings to get on the tanks. Can he do it though? Units still rallying across. No 3rd tank ever queued up. This is a huge mistake for Ruff. You can see here that Ruff, he's only building 1 Hellion. He's not building a tank and he's not building more Marines. He's focusing on getting his gas ready for his transition. I really think if he's going to commit, he's got to go hard. He's just got to dive in and get into a nice spot. Tanks over on the right, up on the top would be much better. He's out in the open. Ooh, I don't know if this is going to work, Ruff. Okay, the Banelings do morph, but they're very clumped. Okay, he's got to just keep his units pre-spread. The trick here for Ruff is just keep your units as spread out as possible and don't go too far in front of the tanks. You don't want to really go past this little piece of terrain here any further than that, and you're going to be giving it away. I would also love to see him start a bunker here, because if he can start bunkers there and creep tanks across the left, that could be huge. Another Hellions here, but it's not in Hellbat form. The Marines do micro back. That Hellion not turned into a Hellbat just yet. That Hellbat on the left side is going to go down, and with transfuses and the Zergling wrap around Murzo with a very nice engagement. I gotta say, hats off to Murzo there. 330 APM average. Zerg King here, Spire, Bane Speed, double Evo Chamber, immediately injecting and then trying to redrone the third. Very good play from Murzo. Ruff should be able to defend with repairing the wall, but... Oh, dude, look at his worker count. He wasn't building SCVs during this either. And he's going for a Hail Mary triple starport transition. Okay, so this seems to be the thing, right, guys? He's got a double factory opening, and he can either do a Blue Flame Hellion Cyclone attack, or he can do a Tank Hellbat Marine push. But I really think with that push, he should have either pushed down here, tank bunker, or, but I don't think he knew where the third was, or if you find no third here, he should push along this edge. And I think we're going to see this. Like, I guarantee you guys, 6 months from now, I'm probably going to be casting a game, maybe less than that, maybe a month or two from now, a game where he comes and he puts a tank there, and then he moves another tank there, and he builds like a bunker here and here or something, maybe bunker there and there with like a tank behind it, and he's got like Hellbats guarding the units and stuff like that, especially with the third tank and more Hellions rallying across. I think that would have been a pretty deadly push. So no matter what, though, whether he does the Cyclone Hellion, that's more of like a constant poking style. You're just picking off units where you can, diving if they're undefended, like in that last game. And then what you want to do is you go into the triple starport or double starport BC, depending on how much money you have. But because his SCV production's been a bit inconsistent, it does feel like, oh, this is a disaster. That, oh, no, move your Marines to the other side of it. Look, he's going to try and shoo the Overseer away from his tech. Oh my god, Murzo messed up. He didn't fly the Overseer in. So because the Marines ran south, the Overseer, if you don't give it an order, it'll naturally run away from where it's getting shot. So the Marines have actually shooed the Overseer away from seeing the starport. This is so big for Ruff. Goes in with Blue Flame Hellions, but the Mainlings on the high ground do manage to defend. So Murzo is already building 7 mutas though. So unfortunate for Ruff, hiding the tech could have won in the game here. As it is, there's no way it's going to be a straight up automatic victory because mutas already on the field. They're going to come across. They will spot the BCs probably around the time they pop. Maybe he can buy time with the Hellions though. Yeah, look, the mutas are coming down here to deal with the Hellions. He takes out a queen or two and he's going to have to run away from the mutas for sure. He cannot stand and fight with the Ling Bane. So what he's going to do, maybe just circle around the map. Oh, he's got to keep threatening. Hellions up. Ah, the Banelings get him though. Ouch, that's rough. So, that's rough. Ugh. I swear it was an accident. I swear! I did not mean to do this. Such levels of cringe. I would not put upon you, YouTube. I would not put that onto your shoulders. For I am the one who has to listen to my voice, and I know how much it pains me. I wouldn't make you guys listen to the same thing, would I? It's not like that's like the entire content on the channel or anything like that. The Hellions are going to dive through. And it does actually lure these mutas home. This is so important for Ruff. He's bought so much time for himself right now. We've got so many more mutas on the way. 11 Mutalisks and 3 BCs are out. Oh, he's still building mutas, which is kind of bad. 3 BCs, of course, more than a match for that. How many queens has he got? Only 5, though. And he knows where the Spire is. That's what the Hellion was doing. I was like, why is the Hellion going in the base? Oh, of course I should have known. It's so he could spot where the Spire was. And look at this. And now he can fight the Mutalisks. Now, the mutas might be able to focus that BC down. He's got to pull that BC behind the other BCs. The other BCs should be tanking. Oh, he's going to lose it. Okay, 1 BC falls. There's not that many mutas left, but 3 Corruptors got queued before the Spire went down. That's very important. Corruptors, of course, fantastic units versus BCs. And remember, these BCs do not have any way home. Oh, man. A queen will almost fall there. Yet she does go down. There's still queens with transfuses available, but there's not that many mutas. And you can see how they struggle not being microed by Murzo. Whereas the battlecruisers can move and shoot, you really need to make sure you manually move the Mutalisks in between those waves. Mules are going to try and drop here, but I don't think that's going to cut the mustard. Nice repair. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's killing so many mutas. But, oh, the mutas actually focused the mules down. Their bounce damage got them no matter what. And does get a Yamato off, but that last battlecruiser goes down. And New Spire is building. Ruff right now. He's got 1 more battlecruiser about to pop, soon to be 2. Did he just scan? He did, but he didn't see the Spire. It's just there. Oh, he needed to scan a little bit deeper. You know that Ruff's on 2 base versus 89 drones, guys. He's completely dead if he can't find the Spire. He thought he'd find it down here, but he doesn't. He's got to get that Spire before it finishes. This is your whole victory is based off this Ruff. 88 workers versus 47. Ruff stuck on 2 base. He's not even expanding because he knows it's like win now or die trying. And he's got to go get it. That Spire is 12 seconds from finishing. The Zerg Merzo has a lot of money. He's going to find the Spire. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. He's going to get that Spire. He's going to try and double Yamato it. He's got to stop it. He's going to get it. He's going to get the Spire. He's going to get it just as it pops. He kills it. But oh my god, no, look at the production tab. 5 Corruptors queued up literally just as it finished. You are kidding me. Oh, you're kidding me, dude. That is ridiculous. Just as it happened. Oh my god. Okay, the Hellions coming on in. They're going to try and focus down some drones in the bottom. Maybe he gets back in it with that. He did kill the Spire, and it's only 1 Corruptor survived? 4 of the Corruptors died there. The Hellions do go down, though. He's still only on 2 base, which means he's got very limited production. I mean, there's another Spire there. Kill the Spore first, though. I think he's got to kill the Spore first. I know the Spire is important, but he's got to get rid of the anti-air. And guess what, guys? There's only... Oh, there's 6... Wait, 6 more Corruptors got out? Oh, no way! How many Corruptors did he queue? Oh, I guess that was just the Queens and the 1 Corruptor that were fighting there? How did he... What? Oh, my God. Okay, even though he kills another Spire, the Corruptors are just barely enough to staunch the flow. And even dropping mules, he can't fight 4 Corruptors, especially not with Queens and Transfusers able to go down. Ruff has to throw in the towel there, but he almost brings that back despite that incredible just mistiming there on those Corruptors there towards the end. So let's go back about a minute. I really wanted to check that, guys, because I did miss it. So at this point, there was only 2 Corruptors on the map, and then he gets the Spire, but there's 5 Corruptors building. And then, yeah, it is just the Queens and the 2 Corruptors that actually kill him. Oh, so I was like, there's only 1 left. He killed 4 of the 5. No, the 5 hadn't even popped when I looked at that tab. I was so excited. Time was traveling quickly. Never mind, gang. Never mind. Once again, though, guys, I do think that push would have been really cool if he hugged this side. You could tell Ruff was going across the map expecting to find a 3rd base here. Super surprised that the Zerg expanded in the other direction. And he was a little bit like, ah, shit, where do I push? But I think if he hugs this area, gets in these little choke points, he's going to have a much nicer time with that push. And that would have been super duper cool. Thanks so much for watching yet another episode of Diamond in the Rough, guys. I once again want to just say a big thanks to everyone who's supporting the Patreon. Names are down below. Well, names are here. The links right here. We changed sides. It's over there now. It's not. It was over there. Now it's over there. It's flipped for me anyway. Big thanks, Max and Kurt, LSC, and Modern Totem. Thank you very much for the love, guys. If you do want to support the Patreon and go above and beyond, it really does mean a lot. Thank you, everyone whose name's on this wall, as well as everyone else who's ever supported the Patreon. Links down in the description if you want to hop on board. We've got some new exclusive merch, so get on there and check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.